I want to ask you, the insurance agent who is not successful, so what mistake he has done? Is it the same thing which you said, that his mindset is to cut the money of the customer which he have got? Is that the mindset which is not growing him? Or is there anything which is the biggest mistake of an insurance agent?
Well, I certainly don't want to generalize, right, Ranjit, but I would say the few that I'm aware of, and I can talk for South Africa and to some extent, I've had some exposure in India, is that the things I mentioned already are two of the key stumbling blocks. If you come in with the wrong mindset, right, in other words, I want to make as much money as I can from the clients that I see, you don't say that, but what that means is that I'm really not that interested in the welfare of the client. I'm really not that concerned, right? It's got to be switched around completely, right? And understand that you've got to service clients. You've got to gain more knowledge of the industry, gain more knowledge of your products. For instance, what process are you following when you see clients? Do you just go to them and say, right, I've got this fantastic product, just launched yesterday, you should have it? Ranjit, that's like going to a doctor, right? I'm the doctor, you come to see me. Before you open your mouth, I've never met you before. I'm telling you, Ranjit, I think you need this injection and I think you need that medication. It sounds ludicrous, right? I mean, it sounds absurd. You cannot operate like that.
Correct.
Right? So you need to do a proper process, and I think that would entail doing what we might call, they call it different terms, but a comprehensive financial needs analysis. Even if it's not a comprehensive analysis and time is limited, etc., but do a proper needs analysis to try to understand what the client really needs. Not what you think the client needs, but what the client really needs, what's the client's current financial situation, what's the client's affordability, what's the client's budget. You see the problem, Ranjit? That takes time.
Correct.
Often you cannot do it on one interview.
Correct.
In my case, sometimes I'm only doing a case, if I do a case with a client, after the third interview. Right? So it takes time. You've got to gather the information, fact-finding, right? Gather all the information, understand the client's full situation, then put a written proposal to the client. This is, based on what you've indicated to me, this is a shortfall as far as life cover. You want your family to get so much of income a month. At the moment, you're not covered adequately. The needs analysis shows that you need. So, in other words, go with something scientific, and you'd be amazed. I mean, you'd be aware, because you've done it yourself, that it changes the whole dialogue, basically.
Correct.
Right? The client realizes this person is working in my interest. He's not like those other agents that came and saw me that wanted to sign up within in 10 minutes. They wanted to sign a case. He hasn't even asked me to buy anything yet. The whole interview, first interview, nothing about buying a policy. Right? I told the client, I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to go process this, and I'll come back to you. And we set a second appointment. And the client might have a lot of questions. Deal with all of that, and then go into any potential product that the analysis shows that the client needs, and market it.